Hello everybody, this is Kurt with the Nick and Kurt Experience, and I'm back doing some more Diablo 3 today. I'm just going to play the Crusader a little bit, and my next episode too will be probably of The Witcher, by the way, just for a little change of pace. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit more with the Crusader. Oh, real quick though too, I did find a new microphone, a rather older microphone that my family had. It sounds much better than the one I'm using, but I can't get the volume of it up because I don't have any sound card or anything. The headset I'm using has its own uh, setup for that. So trying to utilize the new microphone I was using on board drivers, which suck, and so like the microphone is way too quiet. There's no preamp at all. So it's so freaking quiet you can't even hear what I'm saying. And when you do, when I jack up the microphone volume and stuff and change the noise, it you can hear me and anything like that, but then it makes me sound kind of robotic. It takes out the tones because if you use a noise removal tool of any sort, unless if you're absolutely perfect at using it, it takes out some of your voice. That's just how noise removal works. It takes out all the hissing static, and that is also being recorded when you talk if you have a hissing problem like I did. But that's besides the point. I'm gonna keep trying to play with it, and maybe you can hear my voice in a better quality, better, you know, vocal fidelity. Whatever you want to call it. Anyway, talking aside, this is the new setup I finally did. As you can see, I broke down and I'm using a Templar. I couldn't get any higher at all in rifts without dying constantly. Apparently, it's almost required to use it for this kind of build, just because like anything else you use just doesn't work. So, just wanted to show you that I finally I got another Ramalani's gift, so I used two on my Demon Hunter, one on my Crusader, and I have one left over for my Barbarian whenever he gets what he needs. But so yeah, this is what I'm going with right now. I have the convention elements, and then I have the Unity that I was showing you guys. I have crit chance, crit damage. Not perfect on either, but that's okay. Damage against elites. And then I'm using a Dovu energy trap. Just due to the fact that it's pretty good. I mean, I was using this, which is even better. Lightning skills, crit chance, and damage. But I don't know. I just didn't really feel like using the Traveler's Pledge anymore. I don't know. So I decided to throw the Dover Energy Trap just to see if that stun effect duration would help at all. And it seems objectively to help. I'm not definite, but I mean, I'm kind of sure. Oh, and then the last but not least too, I did grab another Witching Hour. So this is not a very good one. Like, it's good on that. Crit damage is a little low. And it came with some random thing. It didn't have strength on it. So, oh geez, startup lag. Startup lag. I forgot about that. I should always start my game before I start recording. I don't know why I don't. So we're just going to go ahead and do like a nice short and sweet video just to show you like the setting that I'm at right now for this build. I don't want to go through the motions of the lower levels and then go higher and higher. Jeez, I wish that setup wouldn't happen like that starting setup. But that's okay. As you can see, this is a street sweeper of sorts now, though. Like, the damage is very doable now. It's not like it used to be, where it was good damage, but then it didn't really feel like I could clear higher levels just because it wasn't fast enough damage. Like, with a 2 to 300 to 400,000 DPS, or 400 million, I mean, DPS now, it's not even that, it's even less than that because I can attack faster than one swing a second, so. As you can see though, like, I can clear pretty high level stuff fast now. The biggest issue I'm going to have is survivability at really high levels and then damage at the highest, just because I don't have perfect everything yet. As you can see with things like freaking Exorcists still, they still wreck your crap no matter what. Like, there's just nothing you can do against them. They do a lot of damage to any tier in this game, like any character really, unless if you're really far away all the time from them. As you can see though, this is much better than my old iteration. The Unity, sadly enough, I hate to admit, it does work a lot better than what I was doing. So we'll do a 43 because any higher, it's just going to be hell to kill. This should give me like a 39 or so, I believe. But yeah, while I get a chance, oh no, I have to go to leaderboards to show you. I forget that. Leaderboards. So as you can see, with my Crusader, I did a tier 41 with him already. Barbarian, I've gotten to a 38. Demon Hunter, I think, is a 39, yeah. Monk's 41 as well with a 725. He could do a 42, 43 easily. I just haven't really felt the need to. So that's what you're generally looking at if you have something relatively similar to what I'm going right now. The other thing, too, is I need to switch out the Molten Wildebeest Gizzard. I know you probably see that on there. For a Taiguk, I just forgot to do that the last time I was playing. I had it ready to go, and I didn't do it. If you're wondering why I'm switching those out, it's because I have enough survivability now that the Gizzard's kind of redundant, to be honest. And I get a lot of armor off of the Taiguk now because of the stacks that I'm going to get. So the increased damage and then the increased armor, that's just a very, very beneficial because you maintain stacks pretty easily using this build. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. But yeah, this will be a really short episode just because I don't want to keep doing Diablo 3 for a little while. I'm starting to burn out a little bit on it, and I don't want people to think that this is all I do. It's just this has been really, really kind of binging lately on this game. So that's my mistake. No. So as you can see, survivability is much better. If I was doing a 40 on my old setup with this character, I'd be dead by now. The only thing is that it's kind of scary if you're not meleeing something and they're doing something like Thunderstorm to you. You can die pretty fast from it. But that's what we have Indestructible on. Just so we can survive that easy. The only problem is that compared to my Barbarian, especially my Barbarian anyway, you could see that the attack, the speed through the rift is stupidly slow comparatively. You kind of have to work away through the piles. That's where this build shines, though. So if you just want some good old, like, angry beating of enemies, this is the way to go. I might die, though. These freaking archers are the worst I could have gotten for this character, just due to the fact that I don't have any defense from ranged attacks. I'm pretty sure that's why you'd want to get an Eye of Elich over anything else for this character, really, just because an Eye of Elich will protect you against ranged attack damage. I'm pretty sure that's what it does. As a secondary. It's just I've got all the ranged enemies, which is kind of really shitty for this character. So like all the ghosts and all the archers and stuff. Absolutely this character's bane. That's why we have Indestructible on though. So then I can maintain life longer. I will more than likely die if I have to maintain a larger group of enemies than what I've been facing against right now. I've talked about it before, though, too. But the basic way that I play this build, essentially, is just spam 1 and 3. I say 1 and 3, by the way, just to coincide with what I have down there. I actually use QWER. I just never changed the bottom monikers there. I never changed the primaries. It doesn't matter, by the way. But yeah, you just basically spam 1 and 3 whenever they're up, because they don't really change often. Like, you get them on cooldown really fast all the time. Then you use right click to pull anything in towards you that's kind of like on the outskirts, because this build benefits the most from from a large stack of enemies in front of you. Like, so the more you hit with sweep attack, the better the damage, up to 5, of course. So you want to typically have close to 5 enemies at a time in front of you. I mean, typically speaking, as you can see from me, I don't do that just because it's such a hassle on a lower level rift like this. If you're doing a greater rift, you'd want to maintain that as best you can, because if you didn't, then you're going to be missing out on a lot of speed and a lot of damage, because you need to clear as much as you can before you get to the greater rift boss, greater rift guardian. So yeah, 1 and 3 is what you spam, and then you right click to get anything that's kind of backing away from you, kind of up close as you can see here. And then you use Akarat whenever you're going against enemies that do a lot more damage. And then you use your horsey there whenever you have a single target enemy that's not really near a bunch of other enemies. You can drag them to a group of enemies, which is the better choice. That's how I play this build anyway. It works pretty well for me. Ah, jeez. But as soon as you get into the 30s, like the high 30s, and the very beginning 40s, or higher, of course, right when you get to the later 30s, I mean, so like 37 onwards on this character, though, if you don't have, or if you have most of the thing done, and you find something like that pylon there at channeling, try to save it. Just due to the fact that you'll see with the boss, if I don't have a pylon that'll help me maintain damage or my wrath, you run out of wrath so easily in this build. And that's the one thing. I mean, if you have any suggestions, please let me know, because I'm missing something fundamentally. But like, I can't maintain wrath when it's a single target. I run out of wrath so fast on this character, it's ridiculous. So as you can see, if you can maintain the enemies in front of you and you can maintain your stacks and your DPS with attack speed and stuff, you can't be killed very easily. You only start getting killed pretty easily if you have some distant enemies, as you see that I'm going against. And if you can't get them close enough to melee them to maintain health. So I probably should have saved that channeling pylon, but I wasn't really thinking about it. But that'll be a good way to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about in terms of wanting to save those pylons and why you should. Like I said, unless if you have a build that's similar to this, but you can maintain your wrath better, then more power to you. You don't need to necessarily save it on these lower ones, only on the greater rifts, just to make it quicker. I guess I could run through the enemies and just see if I can find a new pylon. There's power right there. Sweet. Okay, cool. So this won't be indicative really, but that's okay. So I can just grab that. Ow. Please do not kill me when I just grab that pylon. I will cry. So as you can see with my wrath on the bottom right, obviously. What I mean by I can't maintain it is that this is the issue that I seem to have, is that no matter what I do, the maintenance is pretty low. I can't maintain it very well, especially when I don't have Acrite up, as you can see. I don't know what to do about that. Like, especially with enemies that move, if they move away from me one swing, I lose it. And my general assumption would be that it's probably because I need more cooldown reduction. Ow. And so that's why I was using that Dove Energy Trap, not only just for the stun effect, but because it gave me cooldown reduction, just to test. Because it seems like that seems to be the biggest issue, is that cooldown reduction is important as well. Holy crap. Well, there's another one of those flails. I only have gotten like 8 of those since I started with this character. All crap stuff, that's okay. I kind of need Veiled Crystals now, not really. No, I don't want to do a 45, so we'll go ahead and upgrade this Taiguk more. But yeah, this will just be a quick episode with this. That's pretty much all I was planning on doing. But yeah, like I was saying, if you have any idea of what I'm doing wrong for the cooldown, please feel free to let me know. I'm pretty sure that's what I have to deal with, because my cooldown's not very good, 33.33. I'm pretty sure that if I wanted to get any higher, I'd probably want to get a conventional elements that I can reroll strength to cooldown reduction on. That'd probably help a little bit more as well. But 33 or so, that's about what I'm sitting at. And whenever I go to face single targets like that, as you can see, I couldn't maintain my wrath. Like, as soon as I got to the point where like I was hitting him regularly, it would just scrape by and I'd still lose a pretty good amount of wrath, like 1 or 2 massive hits I'd miss just because of that. So that's basically the only thing left I have to figure out with this character, other than just like getting a little bit more DPS, more crit damage as well. I'm pretty sure my crit damage is still not perfect. Oh no, 494. I'm nearing that perfect scale there. But yeah, so that's the last thing I have to figure out, is just figuring out how to maintain that. I'm pretty sure it has to do with cooldown reduction. I also have pretty good wrath cost reduction, pretty good regeneration. I made sure that this had wrath regen, just due to the fact that I was having issues before, and I'd rather have the damage on it. I mean, typically speaking, you want to have damage, strength, and then I think it's something else. Not wrath regen though. But yeah, if you have any idea, just feel free to let me know. I'm just kind of pointing out everything that I have again right here, just to show you guys what I'm dealing with, and you can tell me. I know that with roll-ins, I need to have the other one. I still haven't gotten a new roll-ins helmet, and I don't want to roll for one. But yeah, if you see anything here that I could possibly get better other than this too, this doesn't need life per hit. The only reason why I have that is because I haven't found another one out as well. But I'm pretty sure that's what I have to do, is just get the cooldown a little bit higher. Um, Oops, sorry for the mic hit. But that'll about do it. I'm pretty sure that's it for this episode here. So thanks guys for watching. Oh, last thing too, if you see that I'm using maximum wrath, that's only because it lets me maintain a little bit longer whenever I'm doing single targets. I used to have it all on strength, which was fine as well, but I couldn't maintain single target damage for a while just because the wrath ran out. So that little extra always helps. But anyway, thanks again, guys. Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm pretty sure for tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a Witcher episode. So hope you guys join me for that one, and thanks again.